Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at the Wickedness rulebook. This is going to be published by Possum Creek Games and designed by M. Veselak, which I said it wrong. I do apologize. I'm very bad at pronouncing things. But anyway, this is going to be sort of like a Wicca-style RPG that's going to play over 3 chapters. You're going to start the game by have a tarot deck and creating a deck of cards. Like I said, this game goes over 3 chapters, each of which should take between 1 to 2 hours. The chapters are Truth, Troubles, and Trials. This is going to be a more narrative style game. You're going to be doing more of the character development in this than necessarily rolling dice or anything like that. In fact, at the start of the game, you're going to make a deck of cards based on what you cut out from this rulebook here. There's a little bit of a content warning. This is mild enough for kids, but there's some potentially distressing themes such as poverty, fantasy marginalization, violence, dysfunctional relationships, abandonment, romance, mental illness, and negative body feelings. So those are in here. So just be aware. So, human first, wickedness ritual-like rules can sometimes seem sacrosanct, but the rules and the cards are not in charge of us. We can always pause the game to ensure everyone's comfortable physically and emotionally, which is another thing with the Possum Creek games. They're big on making sure that everyone feels comfortable and safe in a fun environment. And one of the things that most of the RPGs reiterate is an open environment where people can express themselves and have fun, but also if they feel uncomfortable, don't feel bad if they leave the table. Just let them leave the table and have fun. So it also talks about most of the storytelling in Witness is done by collaboratively. So the story will be built off of your other people playing, and it'll develop through that. So to set up the game, you and 2 friends, so it's up to 3 players. You're going to need a tarot deck and 6 pages at the back of the book, the 6 game pages at the back of the book, and pencils. You're going to create a challenge deck by separating the minor arcana, the 1 through 10 pages, knights, queens, and kings, and shuffle them together. These are basically what you're going to deal out to figure out like how your character is going to be. So you're going to separate the fowl, the magician, the high priest, and randomly deal 1 to each player face up. Separate the sun, the moon, and the star, and randomly deal 1 to each player face up. And separate the wheel of fortune, the chariot, the hanging man, and the strength of the world, and randomly deal 1 of the players face up. You're going to deal each player their inevitable fate, a small deck of semi-predetermined order. So separate. You're going to do all this stuff. So basically, you're setting it up, and then I don't want to reveal too much of anything, but you're going to be using these to determine your character's alignment, basically. And the thing that is talking, and this is going to go over 3 chapters, so we don't want to ruin any content in here, but you're going to go over it while you play the game. And again, this game is going to be a game that you're going to play where it's character developed. So characters are going to help narrate the story and move it forward. So this RPG here is about having fun through the 3 different chapters or sections that are in this, and it's going to take up to maybe 6 hours. So you could do 3 different 2-hour sessions, or you could do it all in one shot if you wanted to. Just depends on the group and what you want to do. So this is the back of the book they're talking about, and has the explanation of each of the cards. And overall, I think this is pretty well written. It's 139 pages. Again, this isn't going to be like your D&D style game per se. This is, again, going to be one that you're going to be looking at where you care more about the narrative, you care more about the group experience. This is all about that. So if that interests you, you can pick up Wickedness rulebook at Possum Creek's Game. I believe this might be PDF only. I could be wrong about that, but either way, it's a reasonably placed RPG, and it could be up your alley. So, thank you for watching.